Well, Ed, we got a juicy new piece of information on the IRS scandal. New emails are emerging. I guess old emails are resurfacing, I should say, from former IRS Chief Lois Lerner. The House Ways and Means Committee Chairman Dave Camp releasing those emails today. The Republican congressman says those emails show Lerner's disgust with conservatives. Lerner calls conservatives, quote, crazies in one email and used language we cannot say on TV in another. Congress, along with the Justice Department, of course, are currently looking into whether or not the IRS illegally targeted conservative groups. Much more to come on that, I can assure you. Meantime, Congressman Jeff Miller, chairman of the House Veteran Affairs Committee, joined us here on Newsmax TV today, earlier on America's Forum. He spoke about the latest VA reform bill, which has now made its way through both houses of Congress, but he also talked about the crisis in Gaza. And when asked about Secretary of State John Kerry's handling of the situation and his job performance, Miller did not hold back.
I was shocked that they put him in the job in the first place. It's time for him to go. Hillary Clinton didn't do anything but rack up a bunch of miles. Secretary Kerry has done less than she did.
Well, there you have Miller joining a small group of conservatives, including Ted Cruz, who are saying it's time for John Kerry to step down. Meanwhile, the Obama administration continues to face criticism for its role in foreign policy on the global stage. The Obama administration taking some heat from Russia today as well. Officials in Moscow say those newly imposed U.S. sanctions will lead nowhere. In fact, Russia's deputy prime minister says, quote, these new sanctions just prove that Russia's growing military is a threat to its enemy. They're calling us their enemy here. However, the White House says these new measures will cost Russia roughly $100 billion in capital.
This is a choice that Russia, and President Putin in particular, has made. There continues to be a better choice, the choice of de-escalation, the choice of joining the world in a diplomatic solution to this situation.
President Obama also implied that the U.S. is ready to take further action if Moscow continues to arm pro-Russian rebels fighting in eastern Ukraine. Now back here at home, we turn our attention to Ohio, where a new poll shows that Republican Governor John Kasich is leading Democratic challenger Ed Fitzgerald by a pretty wide margin there, up 12 points. Kasich could be a contender for the GOP in 2016. And don't forget, Cleveland, Ohio will host the Republican National Convention that year as well. More news here in 30 minutes. I'm John Bachman. Now back over to Ed in Midpoint.